us up here.
On Facebook, they said there was killer clowns around here that were killing people.
We saw a man with an all-black on, clown mask on, and like a red.
Subject dressed in a red and yellow suit with a clown mask.
Dozens of calls have been pouring into law enforcement agencies after several sightings of a scary clown began popping.
This disturbing image was posted on a Facebook page called Wasco Clown.
These creepy clowns may be out to scare, but one thing is for sure, they're causing chaos where you wouldn't expect. Since October 6, police dispatch received 20 calls all about clowns, 15 actual suspicious person calls, and 4 extra patrol requests.
In October 2014, a bizarre and unsettling phenomenon swept through California, USA, as reports of killer clowns began to surface, particularly in the small town of Wasco. This wave of sightings, which came to be known as the Wasco Clown incident, tapped into deep-seated fears of clowns and the unknown, fueled by social media and urban legends. The phenomenon was so pervasive that it even featured in the 2014 documentary Killer Legends, which explored the cultural and psychological roots of our fear of clowns. However, what began as a series of eerie sightings took a tragic turn when the killer clown hysteria became entangled with the real-life murders of 2 teenagers. This video delves into the chilling events of 2014, examining the intersection of myth, fear, and violence that defined the killer clown incident. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for in-depth coverage of true crime, unsolved mysteries, and the dark side of history. The rise of the Wasco Clown. The killer clown phenomenon began in early October 2014, when residents of Wasco, a small agricultural town in Kern County, California, started reporting sightings of a mysterious figure dressed as a clown. The figure, often described as wearing a white mask, a colorful clown suit, and holding balloons, was said to lurk in the shadows, appearing at night and vanishing before anyone could confront it. Photos and videos of the Wasco Clown quickly spread on social media, sparking a mix of fascination and terror. The sightings were not limited to Wasco. Similar reports emerged from other parts of California and even across the United States as the killer clown craze went viral. Social media played a significant role in amplifying the phenomenon, with users sharing stories, memes, and hoaxes that blurred the line between reality and fiction. The Wasco Clown became a symbol of the broader killer clown hysteria, tapping into a cultural fear of clowns that has persisted for decades. Why are clowns scary? The psychology of coulrophobia. The 2014 documentary Killer Legends, directed by Joshua Zeman and Rachel Mills, explored the cultural and psychological roots of our fear of clowns, a phenomenon known as coulrophobia. The documentary traced the origins of the killer clown archetype to real-life figures like John Wayne Gacy, a serial killer who performed as Pogo the Clown and murdered at least 33 young men and boys in the 1970s. Gacy's crimes cemented the association between clowns and danger in the public imagination. The documentary also examined the role of popular culture in perpetuating the fear of clowns, from Stephen King's It to horror films like Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Clowns, with their exaggerated features and unpredictable behavior, occupy an uncanny space between the familiar and the strange, making them inherently unsettling. The Wasco Clown incident tapped into this deep-seated fear, turning a local curiosity into a nationwide phenomenon. The tragic turn, the murder of the teenagers. While the killer clown sightings were largely dismissed as hoaxes or pranks, the hysteria took a dark turn in October 2014, when the murders of 2 teenagers were linked to the phenomenon. On October 13, 2014, 17-year-old Sergio Valencia and 16-year-old Angelica Ramirez were found dead in a park in Wasco. Both had been shot, and their bodies were discovered near a playground, a setting that added a chilling layer of irony to the tragedy. The murders sent shockwaves through the community, and rumors quickly spread that the killings were connected to the killer clown sightings. Some speculated that the clown figure was a real person targeting teenagers, while others believed the murders were a copycat crime inspired by the hysteria. The Kern County Sheriff's Office launched an investigation, but the connection between the murders and the killer clown phenomenon remained unclear. The investigation and aftermath. The investigation into the murders of Sergio Valencia and Angelica Ramirez revealed a complex and heartbreaking story. Authorities determined that the killings were not directly related to the killer clown sightings, but were instead the result of a personal dispute. Two suspects, both teenagers themselves, were arrested and charged with the murders. The case highlighted the devastating consequences of violence and the ways in which urban legends and media hysteria can intersect with real-life tragedies. For the families of Sergio and Angelica, the loss was unimaginable. They remembered their children as kind, loving, and full of potential, whose lives were cut short by senseless violence. The community of Wasco rallied around the families, holding vigils and memorials to honor the victims and call for an end to the violence that had shaken their town. The legacy of the killer clown phenomenon. The killer clown incident of 2014 left a lasting impact on popular culture and collective memory. It underscored the power of social media to amplify fear and spread misinformation, as well as the enduring appeal of urban legends and horror stories. The phenomenon also raised important questions about the role of fear in shaping our perceptions of reality and the ways in which real-life tragedies can become entangled with myth and folklore. In the years since the Wasco Clown incident, the killer clown archetype has continued to captivate and terrify audiences. From the 2017 adaptation of Stephen King's It to the resurgence of clown sightings in 2016, the figure of the killer clown remains a potent symbol of our deepest fears and anxieties. The case of the murdered teenagers in the killer clown incident is a cautionary tale about the intersection of myth and reality. It reminds us of the power of fear to shape our perceptions and actions, as well as the importance of separating fact from fiction in the face of tragedy. While the killer clown phenomenon may have been a product of our collective imagination, the loss of Sergio Valencia and Angelica Ramirez was all too real, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the need for compassion and understanding in an often chaotic and unpredictable world. As we reflect on the events of 2014, we are reminded of the enduring power of stories to captivate, terrify, and inspire. The killer clown incident may have faded into memory, but its legacy lives on, a haunting reminder of the ways in which our fears can shape the world around us. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Until next time.